Okay, can you hear me now? I always do that. I always end up on mute when I first start talking, and then I'm like, oops, my bad. So if you are in the chat, I see Benjamin. I don't know if he's still here, but hi Benjamin, thank you so much for joining. If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up and we can go ahead and get started. Don't forget to let's see. Hi Gary, thank you so much for joining. All right. So if you can hear me, just give me a thumb. Okay. Hey sis. Hi, Miss Kells. Thank you so much for joining. So you gave me a okay sign. So I'm assuming you can hear me. Hi Melanie. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so Benjamin still is here. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. Our days of our lives, just a recap review. I'm sorry I didn't get to join on Friday, but we are here today. If you are part of the replay, hi Penny, you are awake. If you are part of the replay, don't forget to hit that like button for me. And let me get the link for anyone. It has been so long since I've done. Okay, there it goes. I was like, it's been so long since I've done this that I don't remember. I didn't remember how to do the link. All right, so there is the link for anyone who would like to who has thoughts and opinions and wants to go ahead and join. I think all you have to do is put just click on the link and it'll let you come up with me, and so you can share your thoughts and opinions if you have any. If not, you can always just put them in the chat. It's up to you. All right, guys. So let's get into this. Days of Our Lives. I've been enjoying Days. Y'all know it's my favorite soap out of all four of the soaps that are still left. It is my favorite one. Hi, Lashanta. Thank you so much for joining. It is my favorite one. I'm not with the Marlena, Kayla, Kate, and Megan storyline. I am happy that Megan is back. I really enjoy um seeing her back on the soaps. Plus, I think she's like the best. Like if you want a Demira that's actually the closest to Stefano, for me, she does it for me. Like she's the closest thing to that. So I'm really excited for her to be back and just to see what happens because if we look at the previews, it's just she has this obsession with Bo. So this is kind of the way we're gonna get Bo and Bo and Hope to come back. Hi Jane Doe, thank you so much for joining. Get them to come back. So I'm looking forward to this storyline, even though it's not my favorite one, and a lot of people complain about this storyline, but when these go up, like whenever I drop a video about these get the most views. Like whenever it's Marlena, Kate, and Kayla, that those storylines get the most views. So even if people it's not their favorite, they still want to see how it's all going to play out, which is exactly how I feel as well. I want to see how this all plays out in the end, like how, because we know if you watch Beyond Salem that Bo came back. Hi Kate, thank you for joining. That we know that Bo came back and he's in this machine and she's really trying to get him. She was trying to bring him back to life and everything. A lot of people thought she was trying to do it with Stefano, but it was Bo. So we're going to see how all this plays out. Robert Wilson Scott returns as Ben Weston back with Sierra for Bo and Hope. Yes, yes, yes. I do see that storyline. I do see that. And a lot of people still think of him as Ben, but to me, he plays both really well because Ben and Alex are completely different to me. I thought Ben was more like reserved. Like he didn't Alex is like a playboy. He's funny, and I didn't see Ben that way. But I like him in both roles. So, but yes, I did see where they were supposed to be coming back, or he's going to reprise the role as Ben, and then she's going to be coming back as Sierra for the reunion with Hope and Bo. All right, let's go. I'm getting excited that Bo, Brady, Hope, Brady, Ben Weston, and Sierra. Oh, you are excited for them to come back. I am too. It'll be nice to see them, and it'll be a change up. Besides that, I always like this soap because they do play their seasoned actors, so it's nice to see that they still give them roles because some of these. Some of these people, LaShunta said, "Girl, you got me listening to recaps. I don't watch, but I like it." Oh, I do that too. With some people, like I don't watch the Housewives anymore, but I still know what's going on because like some of my favorite people do the recaps, and I just listen to their recaps. Shoot, I forgot what I was saying, but yeah. So with all of them coming back, I'm really excited to see how all of this is going to play out, and I like that they have their seasoned actors. And I didn't know some of them were whereas like Kate is 70 and Deidre Hall, I think they said is 75 because they don't look it. They look really good for their age and they still have these meaty roles because sometimes you see on other soaps where when the actors reach a certain age, they kind of start phasing them out. So I love that Days doesn't do that. I love Ben and I love Alex and Ben both. I do too. I like them in both roles. Bo and Hope, fancy face. Yep. All right, so let's keep going. Again, if you want to come up and say anything, you have thoughts, and want to actually get on the mic, here is the link. Look what Penny says. I wish I looked that good. I know. I do too, but Alex is fine as heck, says Miss Kells. Yeah, he is handsome. And as speaking of Alex, like he is all over the place with the women. Oh, I'm sorry. So, how do y'all feel about this storyline with the Megan, Kayla, and Kate? How do you guys feel about that? Let's see. I love Xander and Maggie's relationship. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people do love those two together. Just seeing them enter. I don't know how I feel about this Maggie though, but we'll talk about that because that's coming up on one of the slides. Xander is a dog. Alex is a dog. I'm sorry. I know, but I still like him because he's funny and he's honest about it. Like he's just like, this is who I am. I was gonna change for Stephanie, but she didn't want me like that. So this it is what it is when it comes to me. Um, when are Stephanie and EJ gonna stop? Stefan and EJ gonna stop drugging each other? Exactly, Lashunta. Like, how many times are you gonna like how drugged up do you want these people to be? So then we go over here and we see Johnny, Wendy, and Tripp on the front, and then Chanel and Talia. Leo is always funny on the show. He is. I enjoy Leo. I wish he had his own like little story going, but I enjoy him as Lady Whistleblower. Okay, so with Johnny, Wendy, and Tripp. I'm kind of liking the trio with these two, even though I kind of want Wendy to be with Tripp because Johnny is kind of walking the line between does he want Chanel or does he want to be with Wendy? He kind of back flip flops. And then now that I'm sorry, I hit the mic. Now that we have Talia into it as well, um some people say y'all think that she is like a plant from Sloan, and some of y'all think that she's just Chanel's love interest. Right now, it looks like she's just Chanel's love interest, but it is funny that she came right around the time where Sloan froze all of their assets and everything. So y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think she's a love interest, or do you think she has something to do with Sloan? I don't know because people have been saying Jada was working with Orpheus, and I didn't see that at all. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, the whole Talia thing. I don't know. I don't like the way Alex is a player and Ben is not a player. I don't like. Okay. Is it? It is the wonder of lighting makeup and hair. I can go say it because I'm older, but whatever it is, they look good. I don't like Johnny. You know what? I didn't like him in today's episode when he kind of was just like, it's no big deal. Like I took your badge, I borrowed it for like 10 minutes and got these records. I'm like, sir, like Tripp doesn't have a truck like Demira shares to live off of. He needs this job and that's his career. And so I don't know. I wish they would get if they would have Johnny because he wants to do movies, but we haven't seen him do anything. All we've seen him do is accuse his dad of being crooked, which, sir, you know your daddy. You know how your daddy is. Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody is on the stream. I'm sorry about that. Hi.
Hi,
Can you say your name and tell us your thoughts?
hi, where are you from?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm in Texas. Do you have thoughts about Days of Our Lives?
I love you.
All right, let's keep going. Sorry about that, guys. So then we see. Uh-oh, let me go back up here. I think I missed the comments. Yeah, so Johnny was getting on my nerves with that today. So then we have Karen, and she says, hi there, what do you think is up with Jada's sister? That's what we were just talking about. I'm not sure if she's going to be like if something's happening with her or if she's hold on. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. Let me block this. Sorry about that. I don't. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Melanie says I am tired of this love triangle with Johnny, Wendy, Tripp, and Chanel. That's one of the reasons I was hoping that she came on so that they could stop this love triangle that's going on with them. Plus, I'm like, Wendy, I liked Wendy because she knew who she wanted to be with, and now she's all over the place, right along with Johnny. How did Sloan freeze Paulina's money? She had I don't. Sloan went to a judge, and I guess she told him that they were wastefully spending their money, so to freeze their assets so that they can't and so they won't be able to hide anything as well. Belle said it was a reach, so she's gonna get it. She's gonna undo it for them, but it's gonna take some time, and that's one of the reasons Paulina told her don't hire Talia because Chanel is the baker and she's needing work because Allie quit. And so, and Talia is this really great baker, and she told her no, don't hire her. But now Chanel went ahead and did it. So now that's the only reason I'm kind of like, who is she? Sloan's sneaky, so you know what, Penny, she is, and I like Sloan though. Sloan is one of my favorites. Today, the thing with them, I wasn't crazy about can't blame Johnny for what he did. I don't know, Benjamin. I felt like Johnny was wrong for it because like you could get this man in trouble and he kind of didn't really care. But I get what you're saying as well because Johnny felt like why are you getting upset? I asked you for your help. I said, but he told you no. Johnny is full of himself. Why won't Xander leave Gwen alone? He said today that one of the reasons he did start to leave her alone is because he felt like he was leading her on, but I don't know. He loves you. I don't know what that was. What kind of relationship does Chad have with? Oh, hi Rosie. What kind of relationship does Chad have with Stephanie? He's insecure. I think she is fake. Hi Chloe. Thank you so much for joining. um I think they're insecure. He's insecure, Rosie, but he feels the exact same way Alex was feeling, so I don't feel too bad for Chad, but we'll get to that. I don't like Maggie as the CEO. Her personality is becoming unlikable. That's how I felt. Deborah, thank you so much for joining. That's how I felt. I love Gabi, but 6 months, shaking my head. And then they said all this goes down in September. I said September. You know how I was like, well, let me count these months up. I was like, okay, so by the time September rolls around, that is a long time to hold out a storyline. So I don't know what's going to be happening in between. By the time September comes around, I think Gabby is going to want to be with Lee. What in the, hold on, y'all. Let me, oh, no. Kick from no. Jada is the daughter of Dr. Marcus, actor. Yes, who was the great in the 80s. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people keep forgetting that's who her father is. It was funny that EJ and Stefan are playing musical chairs, drugging each other, and EJ blowing raspberry. Right. That was today was a funny episode. Thank you so much, Miss Gales. Um, in the 1980s, and they are turning Sweet Maggie into a mean person. Yeah, they really are. So okay, we're done with this slide. Let's move on. And okay, so now we go to the whole Chanel, Paulina, and Sloan thing, where she froze the assets. And we just talked about this, where she had their assets frozen. For a minute there, I thought Sloan had completely forgot about this because they have her so busy with Eric and Brady and everything else and Lee and Rolf. But so I don't know how this is all gonna play out because I don't expect um Paulina to lose her money to Sloan. And at some point, they're going to have to let Sloan move on. But I don't know how this is all going to play out. Y'all tell me what you think. All those drugs, someone will get hooked. Johnny wrong for that. He should have told his dad. So happy Bo and Hope are back. It should be crystal clear to Gwen that Xander still loves Sarah. Crystal. I love Stefan. Yeah. I enjoy. Well, at first I was like, because I didn't like the way he was talking to Gabi, but now he's back in love with her, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna say it was the drugs because he was talking to her real rough at one point. But anyways, that's it with Pauline and them. So then we go to Stefan and EJ, which y'all have been talking about. And then just the drug merry-go-round. I said, how high or drugged up do you want this man to get? Because Stefan just keeps pouring it in, and EJ completely made a fool of himself in front of Mr. Shin. And I'm like, how do you not know that you're drugged? Because you felt it before and y'all seen each other when you were drugged. How are you not understanding this? And like somebody said in the comments earlier, he was blowing raspberries. You know, he ended up pushing Stefan. He's completely out of it, but this is exactly what Stefan wanted because he wants to be CEO by himself. And they're just doing tick for tack. I was like, okay, I would have liked for EJ just to tell Stefan, I know you've been drugging me and like, let's stop this or whatever. But no, he's like, I'm going to get revenge because he's been drugging me. Well, I mean, there's a reason why he's doing it, but it is what it is. Let's see. It's time for a cat fight. We haven't seen one for a while. I like Jake. Also, I did like Jake as well. So Sarah not going to tell Xander she is pregnant. No, Sarah left. I think she's going to end up coming back because the spoilers say that Sarah is supposed to come back. And that was supposed to bring her and Xander together, but I don't know. Just says, yep. I love the way Gabi teased Lee with the sexy lingerie and told Lee she was going to dream about Stefan in her own bed, right? Right, but I feel like Gabi is putting on, like, she was putting herself in a position where she's going to end up falling for Lee, and then because a lot can happen in 6 months. I agree, they are beautiful. Stefan will get caught. Yep. This is so ridiculous for Sloan to freeze Paulina's assets, but that won't last long with Sloan with her revenge because she be busy helping Eric Brady. I was like, Sloan, you're taking Eric back. You know, after everything went down with them, but I have them up so we can talk about them later. But after everything went down with them, I was like, girl, why are you taking Eric back? No, but she did. She was like, I'm gonna get him back. But this whole thing with um Stefan and EJ is just, they just keep drugging each other, but it looks like Stefan is going to get his way because EJ completely made a fool out of himself in front of Mr. Shin. And so unless someone says something like Stefan was drugging me, it looks like he's going to be CEO by himself. And that might be all he gets because I don't think Gabi is going to stay waiting on him. So that goes into the Gabi, Lee, and Stefan thing where it's just like, what are y'all doing? Like, I like Alex and Gwen together. They could work as a couple if she forgot about Xander, and he needs to forget about that self-righteous, obnoxious Stephanie, right? I like them. I didn't know I would like them together, but then when you see them acting, they have chemistry. So I don't know, it could work. It could work, Deborah. So the whole thing with Lee, I've been talking about this with Lee. I think this is going to be a mistake, and she's going to end up falling back in love with Lee because, and we still don't know what Lee did with Rolf because he has him placed somewhere. Rolf just pretty much works for the Shins now. He said, forget the Damaras. He pretty much works for them now. But I just think that Stephanie's going to become the CEO, but I don't know if he's going to have Gabi with him because I think she's going to end up falling in love with Lee. So then we go to Alex, Stephanie, and Chad. Turning into a hook. Right? I was in there. and will reunite with the time. Wait, I love Xander and Sarah together, and they will reunite with after the baby is born. I think so too. I think so too, because she can't keep that for him from ever. Like, that would be wrong if she didn't do that. And she's already said, I've done this in the past. So why would you do it again? All right. So then we have this trio, which I thought this storyline was going to be over. When Stephanie got with Chad, I said, okay, well, she made her choice. But now she's kind of acting like they show her with Alex, and she's not angry with him anymore. She actually has a soft spot for him, and now Chad is the one who's really insecure about Alex. And I said, well, you were the reason all in their relationship. Alex really hasn't gotten into Chad and Stephanie's relationship. He's pretty much left her alone. Besides, us seeing them at work, we don't really see them together. So I don't know why Chad is so insecure right now about this whole relationship. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. I know there's a 10-second delay, but y'all tell me what you think. So then we go to Xander, Gwen, and Alex. So is Maggie going to fire Alex? The way she was talking, it seems like it. I really like Wendy. I actually feel sorry for her. I like Wendy as well. The way she was talking, it seems like they were going to. She wants to. I hope that John and Steve find Marlena, Kate, and Kayla when they go to Megan's facility. I know. I hope they do too. Because I don't know how long can you drag this storyline out? It's like we've seen them die, we've seen them in heaven. I don't know, but we'll see. I didn't know I like these two. Thank you so much, Miss Kills. I didn't know I liked these two. Let's see. I didn't know I liked that's not what I meant to do. I didn't know I liked Xander with. Okay, so first Xander and Gwen, because somebody told me in the comments, they were like, I thought you would like that Gwen was telling Xander off. And I said, well, Gwen she knew who Xander was. She knew exactly what he was and how he felt about her and everything. So I mean, I don't know what she was expecting, because and on one point, I guess you could say he was leading her on, but he was kind of honest about her about having feelings for Sarah and wanting to see if the marriage can work. And when he slept with her that night, he was drunk. He was a little bit tipsy. So I don't understand why. But I guess she's just holding on, because to me, even though people were saying like, no, Gwen really wants to be with Xander, I always felt like, and she just wants to be friends. I always felt like she did what she did as far as giving up her family, because she wanted Xander to be in debt to her. And so that was a way for her to almost manipulate him into feeling like, I have to be with you. Look at everything you've given up. And you could kind of tell just the way how upset she was because the man had just got the divorce decree in his hand, and he thought he had more time to think about it and see if he wanted to be with Gwen, and try to see if he can work things out with Sarah. And as soon as he got it in his hand, she was all like, oh, be with me now. You said you were, when everything is over, you were going to be with me. And I'm like, girl, he didn't have enough time. So, but y'all know Gwen is my girl, but I didn't want her with Xander in the first place. Make Alex the trash. What? Oh, stop it. Stop it, Penny. Grams TV, hi, thank you so much for joining. I hope Alex takes Bella to the spectator. I was thinking that too, that maybe Gwen can help him out. Now, if Gwen sleep with Alex, watch Xander get mad. Well, it looks like she about to sleep with him today, the way they was ripping the clothes off. Hi, Queen of the South. Thank you so much for joining. Let me get I know why Gwen is still trying to hang on to Xander. I don't either, Rosie. But that's what I was saying. Gwen is my favorite. Y'all know I love me some Gwen. But I didn't want her with Xander because I didn't like she's always second choice for him. If he can't, like, even when he told her, well, if it doesn't work out with Sarah, then I'm gonna see where it goes with you. We can see. And even when they didn't know if Sarah was going to be herself again, after Gwen kept shooting her up with medicine. Even then he told her, well, I'm only marrying you because I can't really have Sarah because she's still in her childlike state. So it's always been only if Sarah is not doesn't want me or doesn't choose me. That's the only way he'll be with Gwen. Sorry guys, this pollen in Texas is just falling, and it's bothering my sinus. Like y'all know my sinus is bad on a good day, and then you mix in spring and everything, and it's windy. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I want these two. I kind of want her with Alex after seeing her with Alex. I don't want them to be a couple. I don't want that, but I do want them to grow into some kind of friendship. Because right now she's just using Alex, but Alex is just using her. I think if there's anyone for Gwen to be with and it not be serious and she doesn't have to worry about, getting hurt, it would be Alex. But I don't know, because Gwen seems to, when she falls for someone, she falls. But even with those two, they would be second best to each other because he wants Stephanie, she wants Xander. So maybe that's why they would work. I know you say Gwen, Xander don't want you, but he used her and Leo ain't no friend. Yeah, no, I'm not denying that Xander, he did lead her on, but I also think that he made it clear to her, I want you. And Leo, I was all for Leo talking to Gwen at first because he was telling her the truth, like stop chasing after Xander. But now he's like, yeah, get him, go after Xander. I'm like, sir, stop telling her that, because that man does not want her. Melanie says, I know that Chad and Stephanie are going to have trouble in paradise with their relationship because Chad is going to keep Alex away from Stephanie. Yes, now Chad sees how it feels. He sees exactly how it feels for someone to keep interrupting your relationship, keep butting in. And Alex isn't even doing that with them. He's literally minding his own business. And Chad is just insecure at this point. Gwen got aggressive toward Alex, ripping his shirt off like that. Yes, she did. It's snowing here in Ohio. Will you be safe out there? Because I know you're on the farm, so be safe out there, Penny. All right, guys. So then with Maggie, and I'm like a few of you who say, I don't really like Maggie in this role. I feel like it's so, I don't know. It's like they instantly pit her against Alex, and that's not what we've been seeing their relationship. He was always really sweet to her, and so they instantly pit her against him by saying, I'm going to take Bella and I'm going to fire all the, like, it's effective immediately, we're shutting it down, fire all the employees. Now Alex was wrong going behind her back. So I'm like, why are y'all doing, like, why are y'all making them be this? Why are you making Maggie this way? And so then today we see that she's telling Xander, you want Alex's job? I said, ma'am. See, because Maggie came in this wrong, because I used to work for this woman, and her thing to do, and she thought it was so funny, but it wasn't funny to me. But she would tell us all the time, about firing you. Oh, because if y'all don't know, she was joking, but I don't think that's funny. That's not fun. That's not a funny joke to me. So when Maggie did that to Alex, I was like, that's not funny. And so I think that started it off kind of wrong. Plus, he was jealous because he thought he deserved that CEO position in the first place. But he was wrong going behind her back to Uncle Victor about Bella. He should have known that he was going to back Maggie and not him. But then her offering the job to Xander, I'm like, what? I hope that when Stephanie reunites with Kayla, knowing she is not dead, is not going to blame Alex for hanging up the cell and not having a chance to say goodbye. I think she's pretty much forgiven him for that. But it's hot here in Texas. Wait, I might have read that wrong. Okay. Yeah, last week it was really hot. Like it got up to 89 degrees. I'm like, but this week is supposed to be cooling off. Like it's gonna be in the 60s, which is good for, like, that's a nice cold cold day for Texas. I can't believe Chad moved so fast after Abigail. I couldn't believe it either, but we could see this coming. I couldn't believe it either though. So do you think Maggie will crack up trying to be CEO, start drinking again? I don't know. I don't think she'll do that. I think I think what they're trying to do is give Xander the CEO spot. That's how what I think they're doing. And then I wonder, when are they going to have some kind of tribute? Are they like, because John Anderson has been has passed a while now. So, and they haven't done anything with the Victor character. Everything now is, oh, he's gone. So I don't know if they're waiting to, because they had things in place and they need that character still there, or if they're not going to do anything. I don't know. Maggie has always had a special place in her heart for Xander and still is rooting for Xander and Sarah together. I know. Baby, somebody wrote me like 5 paragraphs. I said, listen, I can't read all this. But but I understand. I get it. But somebody wrote me like 5 paragraphs about this is why Maggie loves Xander. And I said, baby, I cannot. But I appreciate you commenting. But but I get it. She has a soft spot for Xander, because I was like, why? It's like Maggie. I'd be like, Mama, stop being this man did me dirty. Like, even if you have a soft spot for him, can you dial it back just a little bit? But okay. Johnny can be sweet, but he's still a Demara and EJ's son. Yes. And Miss Sammy. Maggie thinks she's a tycoon. Maggie says she got this position and she's about to work with it. Do you think they're going to cast a new actor to play Victor or let his character die off? I don't know. That's what we were. Yeah, Benjamin. I don't know, because I don't see anyone else. I don't know. I don't like some characters. I think you just let it, like, you just let that character who played them for so long, because if they did that, how long is he going to be able to be on the show anyways? Like the Victor character, like, I know it's the soaps and they could always age these people to be whatever age they want. We see it with teenagers, but we've never really saw where a character just continues on like that. So I don't know. Would y'all be okay with them if they recast Victor? See, because that's what I was thinking, that maybe people wouldn't be okay with that, because I would love for them to recast Sammy. If the Allison is not gonna be on the show, I would love for them to recast her, and let someone else fill that spot, so at least we could see her when it's important moments. Lashanta said she's already told him if he go behind her back again, she would fire him. So why offer his job away? That's what I didn't get. Days is shot 6 months in advance. Yeah, and you can tell. That's why Days' writing is so good. You can tell that they shoot this so far in advance and their storylines are so well thought out, compared to some others. You can tell because everything just goes together. And even when people leave, they just fill those slots, and you could have a favorite character and you don't really miss them because there's another storyline going. Thank you so much, Miss Kells. Let's see. What's this say? She likes his body. Maggie's getting big head now. I don't like. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I don't like the way she did Alex. He didn't do nothing wrong because he asked Victor over her. I guess everyone can, like, I see what you're saying, because to me, I'm like, oh, I don't like this, Maggie. So I see what you're saying. I think Alex shouldn't have went to Victor, but I also understand, like, if he really wanted to save that magazine, I get why he did go to Victor as well. Yeah, the man that played Stefano passed away and they wrote him out. No, they did not recast Stefano, so no recast of Victor. 2 iconic characters. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Like, there's certain characters that are too iconic to recast, and he's one of those to me. So I personally wouldn't want to see that, but I don't know. Don't tell me what you think. All right, let me move on, because y'all know I only try to stay. Are y'all liking the Rafe and Jada chemistry storyline? Are y'all liking this or no? I'm gonna drop this link again. Hopefully I get somebody that isn't being weird. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat again. So if you have thoughts and want to come up, you can come up. John is going to visit Paul Narita in San Francisco about if he knows about Megan. Oh, yeah, taking the Orchid and Andrew are going to talk about their relationship. Was that on the spoiler I watched this weekend on Days? I think so. Yeah. I hope that, like, because, everyone who's on Beyond Salem is coming to Days. I'm like, I hope y'all not trying to get rid of Beyond Salem, because I enjoyed that every every once the year. I enjoyed that. Let's see. Oh, did I miss a reply? I love Jackie. She said the role of it and Paulina was created for her. You could tell. You could tell. I can't wait for Kate to punch the lights out of Megan. If she can get up out of that bed, Megan keeps drugging them up to put them to sleep. Yeah, but they're trying to stay professional. Yes, I think so too. These two are trying to stay professional, but I kind of like the chemistry. And then he kind of said he liked her, but then he kind of took it back. I said, yeah, because it's too soon. Like she just was with Eric. You were just with Nicole, and I don't want people to be like, oh, y'all are only together because of us. But I do like them together, and I'm hoping that it'll be a relationship that lasts because, and I think it will because they're not hung up on anyone. Ashley says Philip is going to come back and mess this whole tight here. I wish he would. I wish he would. Stefano and Victor are exactly how Maggie is acting. So fair game for any gender to be ruthless. I don't think it's about I don't think it's about gender. At least I don't see it as gender or anything like that. I think it's just it seems so far out of her character for me because we've been seeing her and she was all this sweet Maggie and everything. So for me, it was just like out of character. Yes, Lanikia, as a spoiler. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. All right, so I don't like Jada at all. Really, Rosemary? You don't like Jada? Okay. Coming back March 20th. Oh, okay. So they did put a date down. Was honestly, y'all, I have insomnia. So sometimes I'm watching them and it's in the middle of the night and like so I'll watch it and but I don't comprehend everything because I'm tired. I'm tired most of the times. Um all right. So then we go over here to I'm loving the Rafe and Jada relationship. It's going into the relationship so smooth. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I just want a relationship that lasts. I don't I get that soaps have to break them up and everything, but can we get one couple that kind of is together and they haven't had all this struggle love and everything like they just get to be together and we get to enjoy seeing it. Hi everyone. Hi Shakira. Thank you so much for joining. I see none of the police solve any crimes. Yeah, usually it's the citizen. Now Jada does solve some crimes, but usually it's the citizens who help them out with all of that. I like Jada's kid sister. She's really cute. I don't know about Rafe and Jada together. Really? Okay, so you're not into it. Okay. Now there's the cat fight, girls. Getting to my woman Sloan. I love me some Sloan. I know a lot of people are like, what? But I love Sloan. I like that she's just like, this is who I am. She's kind of like Alex to me, where they're just like, this is who I am, and that's it. That's just who I am. So Sloan and Nicole, there should not even be a fight, really, because Sloan is just using Eric. Eric and Sloan, they're not, this is not a relationship. They have moments where they're sweet to each other, and but then when Eric stole that from Sloan, I was like, ooh. But she forgave him, and one of the reasons I think is because she's being petty to Nicole and everything, and she was talking about it like she throws up in Nicole's face about her age and stuff. I'm like, well, wait, now Nicole is she's still cute. I mean, and she has history with Eric. He loves some Nicole. Plus, Sloan, don't get emotionally involved with Eric because he is going to leave you for Nicole at any point now. Same. I like seeing Rafe and Jada. Hope they blossom. I do too. Rafe is heartbroken all the time, just like Rafe. That is true. That is true. He's been through a lot of them as well. Thank you so much, Miss Kels. Me, I like Sloan too. Okay, I like Sloan. Oh, it's a lot of people that like Sloan then. EJ and Nicole made for each other. Yeah, because they like to do that whole because Nicole can be herself with EJ and EJ can be himself. When she's with Eric, even though people love those two together, I have never liked Nicole and Eric since the original, not the original, but since Eric, the guy who left for Supernatural, and then they brought this Eric on, and it's been up and down, and I was like, I'm tired of these two together. But Sloan needs to just move on because these two will always get back with each other. Eric and Nicole, they'll mess with somebody else, But as soon, especially Nicole, as soon as she sees him trying to commit or be in any type of serious thing with another woman, she wants him again. She's like, I remember how much I liked him. I love Eric and Nicole together, and they will come together for each other again. Yes, they will. That's why I don't want them with other people. Like, stop hurting other people. Just be together. I used to like Eric, but I don't anymore. His his character for me is becoming unbearable. Like at times, it's hard to watch him because he's such a jerk sometimes. But no, so much. Not as much as he is when he's with Belle. Like he is complete Jack. Jack A when he's with talking to Belle. Eric feels obligated to sleep with him. Eric feels obligated. Well, he pimped himself out. Eric pimped himself out to get out of jail. Like you should. Brady wouldn't have left me in jail. Brady just left that man in jail, and he was helping him. You got to stay in jail with me. I think Eric and Nicole are done seeing as she swayed what's her name into the abortion. Yeah, I thought so too, Benjamin. But sometimes they have moments I feel like that they kind of reminisce. Like when they did that 25 years and Eric and Nicole said, why are y'all doing this and they're not together? Like they're not together. Why are we celebrating 25 years? Y'all should have kept put them together, then celebrated that, then broke them up. But I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know, Benjamin. I always, every time I'm like, no, they're not gonna get back together. They always do. So I'm like, if you're gonna have them together, let them be together. Eric and Nicole are each other's love of each other's life. And if Eric will hurt Sloan back, Eric, and it, Eric will hurt Sloan to get back to Nicole. Yes, he will. But Sloan, she knows what it is. Brady ain't nothing. Left Eric in jail. He was helping him. Exactly. I was like, no, Brady. Belle, you can't represent him unless you're representing me. He wouldn't have left me in jail. I just be glad when Gabi and Stefan get back together. And it's very crazy how the brothers are poisoning each other. Really, I know EJ did start the whole thing. EJ did start it, but now they're just tick for tack, tick for tack. Like, when is this going to end? Can we talk about Johnny Tripp, Wendy triangle that is forming? About to get messy. We talked about that earlier. And yes, some people are on Johnny's side and they feel like the whole thing with Tripp with him stealing the badge, it was okay. It was, and then other people are like, no, Johnny was wrong for that. But I don't know. I really wanted Wendy to stand her ground, but it is gonna get messy because Wendy's touching all on Tripp, and she was looking into his eyes today. I said, don't do it, Tripp, because she still has feelings for Johnny. I want Eric and Nicole to get back together. They belong together with each other. Yeah, they are a classic couple. That's why I'm like, if y'all want them together, just keep them together. Stop breaking them up, having them with other people, then put them back together, and then have them with other people. Just let them be together. Tripp and Wendy all the way. I do want her. I want Tripp with Wendy, but only if she's completely let Johnny go. Because now it feels like she's having real emotions for Johnny. And I'm like, girl, I don't like the way Sloan giving Eric a exchange to get out of jail. I wish Belle, Brady, and Eric both out of jail. The way Eric was talking to Belle, we knew she wasn't gonna get him out of jail. But Brady, he went to Chloe. You should have been trying to help your brother get out of jail because now he's exchanging himself to be free, and he still could go to jail. They would never recast certain characters like Hope, Bo, Sammy. I know. But for me as a fan, I know some people are like, no, you can't recast them. But I'm like, if they don't want to be a part of the show, like if they're an iconic character and they don't want the role anymore, they don't want to play the role, Marlena died and Sammy didn't even come back. Like, if they don't want to play the role, I would rather see it recast than have moments where they should be there and they're not there. But that's just my thing on it. But I get it, Miss Kells. They are classic characters, so you don't want to recast them. But what do you do when the actor doesn't want the role anymore? Excuse me, sorry. I think Wendy and Tripp are going to get together and Johnny back with Chanel. I think so too. I think that's what's going to end up happening. And then we have Rachel, Brady, and Chloe. Baby, y'all know I love me some Rachel with her managed self. I know she's bad, but like, are you wanting a completely different villain, a new villain? Because Megan is kind of like the new villain on town, but are you wanting like somebody completely different that we have to learn? Ashlyn, that's a pretty name. Okay, so then we have Chloe, Rachel, and Brady, and this whole thing is just a mess. It's just a complete mess with these three because Rachel is Kristen's daughter with her managed self. She is Kristen's daughter through and through. I am on Johnny's side that he did the right thing to find the truth out by taking Tripp's badge to find out the truth of Stefan. And then Johnny went and messed up though because him telling Stefan had got EJ drugged. That Rachel's off the chain. That little girl to real. I don't care how she talks to Chloe. Maybe that's what it is. I don't really like Chloe, so I'm like, no comment. But she does talk to her rough, but they don't say anything to her. They let her do it. But when she told Brady, because he had a date with her and John brought her and everything, and she's like, "What Chloe doing here?" But when Brady tried to get her to leave with John, and she said, "You tried to get rid of me," baby, I hollered. I said, "He did try to get rid of her," and then he invited Chloe on the date, and she was like, "You invited somebody I don't even like to our father and daughter date." I said, "Brady, you messing this up. You're messing this completely up." Philip will come back and have Chloe all confused. Exactly, because she was confused just off Stefan and Brady. So if Philip comes back, she won't know what to do. I don't either. Right. I know that because it's Chloe, I'm just like, oh well. But I don't know. I feel like Brady, he either put your foot down and tell her she has to be respectful, or you need to take a break from Chloe. But right now, it's like you want Chloe so bad because everything Rachel was saying was true. She was like, so, you went to jail because of Chloe. And technically, it's not because of Chloe, it's because of his obsession with Chloe. Because he likes to say that, and I don't know why they're spinning this narrative that Stefan was harassing and almost stalking Chloe. Because I'm like, what? They were in a relationship. If anything, that was Brady. To the point where he almost killed Stefan. Because when he kidnapped him and Rolf told him, well, you gotta wait for everything to charge back up before we can try to zap him again. And he just went to zapping him because he didn't like what Stefan was saying. And I'm like, what's the difference between Brady and Kristen? Because that was crazy. It's time for days to get new teen storylines with all the kids. I think that's what they were like they feel like they have their young storyline with Johnny, Chanel, and all of them. But yeah, they always have had like the teen storyline where we see them in high school and then prom and everything. I always like when soaps, keep those going. Yes. Brady is going to visit Kristen at Statesville about information on Megan, her twisted sister, and tell Kristen to tell Rachel to accept Chloe. Okay, child. I don't know. Was that a spoiler too? Or did I miss it? Did y'all? But then they told us that Kristen escaped, right? They were like, Kristen is on the loose. She's on the lam. And I was like, what? When did Kristen escape? And then the next week they were like, Kristen's in Statesville. I said, no, which one is it? Did she escape or is she in Statesville? I agree. Benjamin, is mom still up or is she asleep? I agree. Rachel is off the chain. But really, when Kristen was with Brady, Chloe kept barging into the relationship. So I don't feel sorry for Chloe. Chloe said she was stalking her when that girl folded. Chloe said he was stalking her when that girl folded her legs. I hollered. That's what Chloe said. Chloe did say, she was like, Stefan, this is borderline stalking. She said, I know this was consensual, but it's borderline stalking. I said, how is it borderline stalking when y'all were in a relationship and he called you one time? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. They just spent the narrative and they made everything that Brady did like, oh, it's because Stefan wouldn't leave her alone. They tried to make it okay, but if you don't really like those characters, anyways, like me, I'm like, if you put Brady and Chloe together, okay, but I mean, they're not my favorite, anyways. I don't care if they're together or not. Spoiler, so it's a spoiler. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at it. Yeah, she's buried in her phone. I'm gonna have to look at this. Oh, she's buried in her phone. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch. That's why I don't remember that part. But again, I'm sorry, y'all. I got a piece of hair in my head. I don't remember that part. I'm gonna have to watch it again. Not my favorite either. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just think Brady goes really far when it comes to her, to Chloe. But if Kristen does the same thing, people are like, oh my God, Kristen is just so bad. She's just so crazy. When what Brady did was crazy, and he got Eric involved as well. And left him. I cannot get over he left that man in the jail. They wild and called Stefan a stalker. Exactly. I was like, how is he a stalker when they were together? Brady was the one who was stalking her, wouldn't leave her alone. And I don't, and Chloe being so confused about Brady. I don't know which way. I don't know. I'm just so confused. Why were you so confused? Because you had already said you wanted to break up with Stefan. And so she went on this trip out of town. Like the man's stepmother died, and you weren't even there to support him through that. But yet he still wants to be with Chloe so much. But I don't like them anyway, so I'm just reaching. I'm just reaching. But y'all, that's all I have for you today. For Days of Our Lives. Y'all know I like to keep this an hour and under. I find out a lot of things was coming up on Days of Our. I find out lots of things what's coming up on Days of Our Lives. Well, thank you for informing us, so we'll know as well. I'm gonna have to go back to their Instagram and look at that clip again. Look at that clip again, because I didn't see it. I didn't see the part where he goes to Kristen in Statesville, but I mean, that's why I was so confused about why they said she was missing. Wait, did I miss one? If it was not for Chloe going to the judge to help Brady get full custody of Rachel from Kristen, so Rachel should be happy. Yep. Quiet as kept. Kristen was mopping the floor with Belle on that custody hearing. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Well, thank you, dear. Thank you so much for joining, Penny. Have a good evening. All right, guys. That's all I have for you today. Let's see. I don't see that. I didn't see that neither. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and check that out, Darlene. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps. Days of Our Lives edition. It will be on both channels this week, just because so many people were like, am I on the right channel? Am I on the right channel? So I said, let me put it on the channels, both channels again, and then next week it'll all be on back on Lanikia. Thank you, Benjamin. Have a good night. Thank you so much. You have a good night as well, please. All right, and God bless. Goodbye.